Take a trip down Pennsylvania Avenue. A mile from the White House is the building where the Jeffrey Epstein story lies. Inside the Department of Justice, night and day, they've been preparing the release of the Epstein files. Friday, deadline day for publication in full. In the event, it's not what we got. The Department of Justice published files, but only some. Jeffrey Epstein and the company he kept, as laid out in images and documents. He surrounded himself with celebrity, even if inclusion in a photograph is no indication they knew or were involved in his crimes. The files contain images of Michael Jackson, here with Epstein, and here in the company of Diana Ross and former President Bill Clinton. The former Democratic president featured prominently in the release by a Republican Department of Justice. He's pictured here in a jacuzzi and in a swimming pool alongside Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's partner in crime. Bill Clinton has stated he knew nothing of Epstein's crimes and cut him off before they came to light. Ghislaine Maxwell was pictured outside number 10 Downing Street. She and Epstein were a pair who courted the rich and famous. Here she is with Mick Jagger, and here he is on one side of the singer, Bill Clinton on the other. And here is Ghislaine Maxwell with a group at Sandringham, with the former Prince Andrew laid out on the laps of women sitting down. He denies wrongdoing. The new documents reflect the sex crimes that led Jeffrey Epstein to this New York prison, where he hanged himself in 2019. A police incident report from Palm Beach, Florida, lists the paedophile's crimes against women, many underage. An FBI complaint form told of a photographer who took images of her sisters aged 12 and 16. Epstein stole the photos and asked her to take pictures of young girls at swimming pools. He threatened to burn her house down if she told anyone. It was Friday evening in the US when the documents dropped. For all the names included, its president was conspicuously absent. You had to look hard at Epstein's desk to see the photo of the former friend, one who denies knowledge of Epstein's criminal behavior.
I really don't want to soil it up by asking questions, even questions that are very fair questions that I'd love to answer.
Donald Trump wasn't taking questions on a day he chose to announce lower drug prices. But Epstein questions still hang heavy over the White House, including why release only some files when the law stipulated all.
It's confirmed my suspicion all along, which is that they are releasing files that Donald Trump wants them to release and not the files that are needed to be released.
The Department of Justice says it's continuing to review additional documents. It anticipates they'll be finished over the next 2 weeks. At that point, we may learn more about Donald Trump's association with Jeffrey Epstein. We could scarcely learn any less. The publication will be made over the festive period, a time when news tends to land more softly, amongst a public distracted by celebrations. And as the files were released yesterday, there was distraction too in the skies over Syria. US planes attacked ISIS targets in retaliation for the killing of 2 US servicemen last week. Coincidence or conspiracy? It is but another question on a day of so many others. James Matthews, Sky News in Washington.